Hi, buongiorno, top of the morning, Saturday morning business. Your boy Big Rich. Let's get busy. Just rolled up some Gorilla Glue and peace to the Gorilla Glue crew. Gentlemen, wipe your feet on the rug. Saturday morning cipher. Throw some smoke in the air. Let's get busy. Write out the pages of About the Mafia by the new boss. Feds trying to seize 182,000 of ex-crime family boss's Ping Pong Settlement. What the Let's get right into it. Ex-Colombo crime family boss Tommy Shots Gioeli loves playing ping pong. Back in 2013 in Brooklyn Metropolitan Detention Center, Gioeli, who suffers from diabetes and heart disease, was enjoying a game when he went to retrieve an errant ball, slipped in a puddle caused by a leaky pipe under a sink, and broke his kneecap. A sound he's probably familiar with, no doubt. He needed surgery and a 30-day stay in the hospital. He subsequently sued the government for $10 million, but eventually settled for $250,000. Brooklyn federal judge Kyo Matsumoto, I love saying Japanese name, Matsumoto, who presided over the $10 million personal injury lawsuit, said that the injury was half Gioeli's fault for playing near an area known to be leaking, but also half the government's fault for not fixing the leak, blocking off the area, and generally keeping the area safe. Still, not bad for a game of ping pong in the slammer, but now it seems the authorities have their eyes on about $182,000 worth of that money. That's dirty. Prosecutors have filed papers to start process of getting Gioeli's settlement money to partially satisfy a forfeiture order for $360,000 related to a pair of robberies in the 1990s. Through an investigation into the now 67-year-old mobster's finances, the feds realized that the only asset of any significance he owned at that point was the settlement in his personal injury award, according to court papers. An inspector with the U.S. Marshals wrote in the court papers, the government's investigation indicated that the proceeds of the defendant's offenses, which date back to the 1990s, have been dissipated, disposed of, or transferred to third parties, or are otherwise not available for forfeiture. Brooklyn federal judge Brian Cogan still needs to approve the forfeiture bid. Back in 1992, Gioeli was accused of masterminding a robbery of furs by Mina, a Nassau County fur shop. According to court papers, he and two Colombo associates posed as a father and his two sons out for a nice day of shopping. After restraining the shop owner, they completely looted the store and managed to get away with about 150 fur coats worth approximately $900,000 stuffed into trash bags. In 2012, however, a jury acquitted Gioeli of the first store robbery and a 1995 Long Island Bank armed robbery. They also cleared him from organizing the 1997 murder of NYPD officer Ralph Doles Jr., who made the unfortunate mistake of marrying Colombo consigliere Joel Wavery Cachese's ex-wife. It wasn't all good news for Gioeli. A jury found him guilty of plotting murders of at least 3 of his gangster rivals. Gioeli is currently locked up in federal prison in Danbury, Connecticut. He is scheduled to be released in May of 2024. Now you got to ask, will they let him out if Connecticut started seeing a spike in COVID-19 numbers, right? So this is, this is interesting. A little background on Tommy Shots, all right? He was born in 1952. He became a maid guy in the Colombo family in the 1980s, working for Capo Vic Arena. In 1989, Carmine Persico appointed Arena as acting boss, and by 1991, Arena wanted to be the official boss of the family, and this was the start of the Third Colombo War. Persico gave orders to have Arena killed, and this sparked a conflict that would severely damage the family. Gioeli initially backed the Arena faction, but many switched allegiances when the war swung in Persico's favor. Even Gioeli switched and became a top guy under Greg Scarpa on the Persico side. All through the early 90s, the bodies were piling up. Gioeli and others were allegedly involved in the murders of Frank Marassa and Michael Imbergamo. In 1992, Gioeli got wounded in an attack by Arena hitmen and was shot twice, earning him the nickname Shots. After Arena was indicted, the war was over, and the little alley boy Persico was now official boss or official street boss under his uncle Carmine. In the late 90s, Gioeli was allegedly involved in the killing of associate Richard Greaves and underboss William Wild Bill Cutullo. The Persico starred Wild Bill would try to take over the family when Little Alley Boy went to prison, so he had to go. In 2004, Gioeli was promoted to street boss, and then his past crimes came back to haunt him. He was indicted several times on charges of racketeering and all of the old murders, but he did beat some of those charges. On March 19, 2014, he was sentenced to 18 years in prison. So first of all, salute to the new boss. A very, very good article as far as the background and the bio. We thank you for that. Salute. Mob Story Season 2, Saturday morning. You know how we do. I'm about to get on my grind. Like, comment, share. Let me know what you're waking up and baking up. You understand what I'm saying? Salute. We will talk soon.